Hello everyone, how are we all? Welcome back to my channel and to a video style that I haven't actually filmed in quite a while. I'm doing a little sit down chat and haul, which is lovely. I used to film these types of videos so much back in day. But truth be told, I haven't really been buying much over the past few months, really trying to save and be a bit more conscious. But we did recently have a trip to Homesense, if you saw it in my previous video, and we went to Home Bargains as well. And I got some bits, so I thought it would just be a really nice way to sit down, have a chat, and just show you all of the lovely things I've got. It's not a lot, but everything I do love. And it features everything from a glass pumpkin to a bottle of Kylie Minogue rosé. So if that's the kind of video you're in the mood for, you want something nice, calm, relaxing, then yeah, make yourself a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, pour yourself a gin and tonic, a glass of wine, all of the above. Sit back, kick back and relax and just enjoy this video. I do love a look to the shops. So we first went to Homesense. If you missed the video with Ewan, I'll link it up top. So we did go to Homesense to look at the autumnal decor and Halloween decor as well, and there was a lot, but I was really trying to be restrained, so I only ended up buying one festive, like seasonal piece, and it's this candle. How lovely is this? It's from a brand called Bella Lux. It's a soy blend candle and the scent is pumpkin chai. Honestly, such a beautiful, even the package is Velcro, so it just comes off. This was $7.99, so slightly more expensive for the candle. It is 284 grams, so it's not a big one. But the reason I bought it is because of this jar. How nice is that? It smells wonderful too. Just classic. I mean, chai is such a lovely scent, but pumpkin chai, a little bit more subtle. I really like the tassel detail as well. It does have this slightly glitzy gold emblem thing here, but I'm not particularly keen on that, so I might remove that. I mean, the tassel does just slot off. If you wanted to remove it entirely, that does come off. But I just think that's such a nice candle, and obviously you can keep the jar once the candle burns. It doesn't smell too sweet, but it's a really nice autumnal pumpkin scent. I know some people hate the smell of pumpkin spice, but personally I love it. How nice is that, the contrasting with the green? Do you see? Honestly, anything rust and amber, I love. So that was the first thing in Homesense. And then the second thing I bought, I absolutely love. So I sent a photo of this to Zara and I said, do you like this? She replied with, yes, absolutely. So it's this print, I did show it in the vlog. It says, fancy seeing you here. So this is something I say to my mum all the time. We normally put on like a Yorkshire accent, like, fancy seeing you here. It's, I don't know, it's just a phrase that just reminds me of my childhood, and I say it to Zara all the time. So I said to Zara, like, where should we put this? And I think it'd be really cool in our entranceway, but I also really like the idea of it being in a toilet. I know that's a bit weird, like, fancy seeing you here. Obviously you wouldn't naturally go to the toilet with someone else, but that's the whole joke. I mean, whatever you get up to in the toilet with your friends and family, that sounds even weirder. But I really liked it. I love the print. I love that it comes in a frame. This is by a brand called Twisted Rebel. It was £20, $19.99. The team is made up of Lib and Liv, so presuming Liberty and Olivia, two best pals from Hull, who are the proud owners makers of everything behind Twisted Rebel designs. They began the adventure in lockdown of 2020 amidst the chaos. So I love that. I will link them down below because they have so many lovely prints. And I'm really, really happy with this. So that was $19.99. Then we went into Matalan. Now, Matalan did have some nice autumnal decor, but not a lot, and it was slightly more expensive. However, Ewan spotted this, and he said he didn't really have a use for it, but I think this is awesome. So I'll pop some cutaways away with what I'm going to use this for. But this was £3 instead of, oh sorry, £3.50, and it instead of £7. It's a kitchen shelf with hooks. And I think that is awesome. So I've had some of these before where they're like suction and they just don't work. On tiles, don't work. On like a PVC that we've got in our bathroom, doesn't seem to adhere. But this is actually something that you drill in with nails, and I think that is going to be so good. So I was thinking we could do like salt and pepper, cutlery, napkins, and hang like tea towels off here, or above my coffee machine. This could be really nice with coffee beans, etc., mugs hanging off here. I think it's a really nice practical piece, but also quite functional too. This could be nice in like a washing up sink area with washing up stuff, sponges, scrubber, that kind of thing. £3.50, chuffed with that. And then we went to Home Bargains, which, as you know, I do love a trip to Home Bargains. I feel like every year it gets better and better. Oh. So the first thing, and this is the most exciting thing, this is the only autumnal thing I got in Home Bargains. This is a glass pumpkin sweet jar. Ewan actually bought one of these as well. This was £4.99 and it's really good quality. So I did check it in store just to make sure it wasn't smashed. But it's real glass, it's not plastic, and it's quite thick as well. So that's the lid with the stalk, and then let me pull the base out. There we go. So I got this to put Halloween sweets in, which I think is really nice. So that just sits on top. How cool is that? Obviously we won't have it out all year, but it doesn't even have to be for sweets. It could be for if we do any Halloween bacon, any cookies. Could even put Maggie's dog treats in here, to be fair. But yeah, I think that's a really good value for £4.99, and it's pretty good quality. I'm very pleased with that. They did have a ceramic orange one, but I feel like this looks cooler. Plus, you can then see the sweets inside the jar, and I think that is a really nice touch. So yeah, £4.99 for that. I'm gonna put that back together just so I do not break it. I know it sounds crazy to think about Halloween, and feels like we haven't really had much of a summer here in England, but you know, it'll be September before we know it, and then it's October. It's crazy. Right, moving on to things in Home Bargains. And when I say I got a lot, I filled this whole tote bag. So let's start with food items. I feel like that's always a good start. I've spoke about these before, but these coca noodles are so good. So they're 3 for £1.20, and they're just really good to have in your store cupboard just to cook. And you can add to them. You can add different sauces, different vegetables. I got a curry flavour, a tom yum flavour, and a spicy stir fry flavour. So yeah, 3 of those for £1.20, and I prefer them to like pot noodles. Judge me as you will, but they're delicious. Next up, this is a bit rogue, but I'm intrigued. So this is I got these to try. I got a can of Branston baked beans. Now Branston, if you aren't familiar, is a pickle, and they've been making pickles since 1922. Now I'm being a classic Brit here, and we love beans on toast. It's just something that's like a quintessential British food, and it's lovely. Probably isn't even British, we probably stole it from a different cuisine, but beans on toast, delicious. Branston beans on toast, I love pickle. So I will report back on what I think of these. They did come in a 6-pack, but they had some individual cans, so I thought I could try one. 86p for a can, slightly more expensive, very much more expensive than a regular can of beans, but might be nice. I'll let you know. I also got a protein bar as well, just I really like these to snack on. It's slightly more healthier than like a chocolate bar. And this is from Battle Bites, and it's caramel pretzel, always good to have. Now this I'm actually very excited about. This is salt and pepper seasoning. So I love salt. When I used to eat meat, one of my favorite things to have was salt and pepper chicken. I'm not sure if it's a traditional Chinese flavor pairing, but when I read the ingredients on here, it's kind of all of the good stuff. So we've got chili, fennel, ginger, star anise, cinnamon, cloves, peanuts, mustard. So yeah, it's just like a flavor sprinkling that you pop on chicken usually, but salt and pepper chips. Let me know if you order those when you have a Chinese, but they are, oh, they're one of my favorite things. And salt and pepper chili squid, I love. So yeah, this was, I think, like £1. So really 275 grams of that, so really good. So we're gonna try that out, I'll let you know. Moving on from food to kitchen stuff. Tom Kitchen is a pretty famous chef here in the UK, and he actually has a line with Home Bargains. So I got 2 of these enamel pie dishes. So these have the Tom Kitchen brand on the bottom and the black rim around the side. I thought they'd be really good for mac and cheese, shepherd's pie, hot pot, cauliflower cheese. Just really, really nice to have like 2 individual portions, and it also helps with portion control as well. You could also portion one up and freeze one too. They were £2.99 each. Really good quality as well, and they feel quite heavy, so good value. Now the next thing I love, so these are 2 small copper mini saucepans. Copper plated, so not pure copper, but I thought they'd be so nice as like serving options. So when we went to Bath quite recently, we had our gravy in little copper pots, little silver pots, sorry, that you poured, and we went out for dinner last night, the chocolate sauce was poured. It's very chefy, and it's not, you know, your everyday to be doing things like this, but obviously with what I do for a living, being able to decant things into these and pour it, even if you did like a soup or like a velouté, I just really like them, and I think they'd look quite nice. Even, let's have a look, see, I know I could attach some string to these, but I could hang them on my little holder here. There we are, so they could dangle down. I just really like them. I think these were, yeah, these were £2.99 as well. Obviously traditional copper pots you can use on the stove, but these you can't. They are just for decorative purposes only. Home Bargains comes into its own for cleaning stuff, so that's the last few bits. Oh, actually no! My Kylie Rose is my other food thing. I spoke about this in my vlog. I really like Kylie Rose. This is made in the south of France. Sun-drenched grapes make this French rosé delicious on its own, but it pairs beautifully with salads and seafoods. I mean, Kylie Minogue is a bit of an icon, isn't she? And yeah, I've had this before. They do a sparkling version as well, which I've never tried. So if you've tried that, let me know what you think. But this goes down a treat. I actually don't know how much this was. I think it was £6.99 or £7.99. I'm not too sure, but I know they sell it in Sainsbury's as well. That's the last of the food. And then Home Bargains comes into its own with cleaning supplies. I just think it's really good value. I spoke about this in my vlog, but I use Fairy because I have sensitive skin and psoriasis. Zara has eczema, so Fairy is so good, soft and gentle. And these are 61 washes. It's a mega pack, and this was, I think, £8.99. So really, really good value. You can use 2 pods for an extra cent. Let me know if you use pods or if you use like the powder, because Ewan uses the powder, and that's what the laundrette woman recommends him when he uses the machines there. But then the pods, I feel like, are just easier and they're a bit less messy, and our washer isn't that great, and the detergent drawer sometimes gets like clogged, so I'm not really sure. I also got some Lenore laundry beads, these Unstoppables. Oh, they just make your laundry smell really good. I also got some of these Andrex washlets. I keep these in my car. I know wipes aren't amazing, but these are fine to flush. We don't really flush them. I just keep them in my car when we've eaten, or if Maggie is really dirty and she's jumped up at me and I need to just quickly wipe my hands. They're really good, and Andrex is nice and soft and gentle. Also household items, bleach. Ewan says the Domestos own brand is really good, and some bin bags, Listerine and toothpaste, because again, essentials, dental hygiene, it's expensive, and these were like a couple of quid, which is really good again. And then I got this little lighter. Now I am sick and tired of burning my hands. I don't know if you guys do this, but whenever you use like a match and you've got like a tall candle, we've got some like hurricane jars, and leaning down, you've got like angle it and then you end up burning your finger. This is a safer option, and this was 99p. So no more burnt fingertips, thank goodness. And then we had a really, really, really quick run through IKEA, and I just bought a new cushion in it. This is a down one, so the inner that we have, I'm gonna grab it now. This is the cushion that we have on our brown armchair, and it's, as you can see, it's really quite limp and not full, and the inner's kind of flapping around, so I'm going to change that on screen. Love this green. As you can tell, I like green. But yeah, this is the Fajar, £9, so slightly more expensive than the other innards, but will fill this cushion out a lot better. Just tear these off. I think these cushion covers are slightly bigger, so it's not going to be like a perfect fit, but it'll definitely make it more comfortable. Ah, there we are. That's so much better already. Perfect. Look at that. That is so much more squidgy and full. And when you sat in that reading chair reading a book, you want a good cushion behind you, and that is perfect. So I'm really happy with that. And I believe that is everything, guys. Quite a lot, but not a lot, if that makes sense. Some household bits and then some nice decorative bits too. Oh my goodness, I actually need to show you the birthday present that my aunt and uncle got me. I realised ages ago I never actually showed it in a vlog, and I love it, and it's another art piece, and I think it's incredible. So let me get it out. I think they look so much more full now, really inviting. They looked a bit limp before, but that is definitely more squidgy on both parts, so very pleased with those indeed. So this is the piece of art. How incredible is that? So those of you who are eagle-eyed, you might actually remember this. This was a piece of art that was in the Airbnb we stayed in Bologna, and I remember just absolutely loving it. I think it's such a cool piece. So it's the artwork that was for the film Breakfast at Tiffany's, and it's honestly such a beautiful film. Obviously there's the stunning Audrey Hepburn there. I love anything that's a little bit more vintage, and I love film posters like this, and yeah, they actually got this for my birthday for me. It's huge. Our dining table is very large, as you can see, and it's pretty much taken up half of it. So I'm gonna get it framed. Of course, it's in a lovely material. My aunt's saying maybe don't get it framed. It might just be not framed with glass, sorry, just a wood frame might be fine, but there is room to trim it down or potentially get a really nice frame for it. I just need to cost that up, but I love it. I think it looks so cool. Really fits with like the vintage kind of like style that we love. I mean, in this room it's going to be gorgeous, maybe above the dining table, who knows, but I'm obsessed with it. Zara loves it too. It was actually printed in Chicago and shipped over from Chicago to London, so I feel very special and I love it. So I really hope you've enjoyed this little chill extra haul video. I really miss filming these. They're just nice and chill and relaxing. It feels like you're catching up with friends, just showing your mates what you bought, and it's really lovely. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. I will link the actual video where we went and bought all the items below if you missed it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of everything. Let me know if you're hitting up the shops as well, and if you're buying any autumnal stuff for the season ahead. But lots of love to you all. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you all very soon in a future video. Bye for now.